Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome back to #BSB. So in my last episode, I shared a couple GMAT tips based on my personal studying experience. And I also let you guys know that I'd finally be talking about all the schools that I visited. In this episode, I'm going to talk about my experience visiting NYU. So let's jump right in. At the time at which I had visited NYU, it was during their annual diversity weekend, which is called Discover Stern. During this weekend, minority prospective students are invited to experience a mock class, interact with current students, and connect with NYU Stern alumni. This event is also a 2-day event, so anyone who's invited to attend and opts to attend must attend both days. It's definitely required and well worth it. So in order to attend this event and get the invitation, you have to apply and be selected. Not really sure how the selection process goes, not sure if there's a selection committee, if you're selected by admissions officers, but I do know that NYU releases the application for Discover Stern about 3 months in advance of the event, and if you're selected, they let you know about a week in advance. I kind of wish they would give people more time, especially those traveling far, but that's their rules, so can't argue with that. I'd say the app is pretty straightforward. They ask you general questions, your name, where you're from, when you plan to apply and start business school, whether you want to do full-time, part-time, executive MBA, what organizations and affiliations you'd like to learn more about that are on NYU's campus. A huge plus about the application, there's no essay required. I was super happy when I saw that I didn't have to write an essay, because honestly, with every application you have to write an essay, and I'm tired of writing essays. To supplement for the fact that they don't have an essay, an essay requirement for the application, they do have a box where they allow you to highlight any awards, any community service, or any leadership experience that you have. Anything that you want to brag about, just put it in that box. And for those who are interested in attending the NYU Discover Stern Diversity Weekend this year, the app is open. It opened about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. I applied last week. No hesitation. The minute I got the email alert, I put it on my to-do list, knocked it out, and just went about my day. And at the end of my application, it did say that I'd hear back as to whether I'm invited to attend about a week before the event. So once you're selected, you'll receive a formal invite saying that you're invited to attend. You confirm whether or not you can still attend, whether or not you're still interested. And within the email, you receive a copy of the itinerary for the 2 days. And they also highlight again that you need to attend both days. So in addition to receiving the invitation to attend Discover Stern, you also get an email from the Association of Hispanic and Black Business Students. This is the host organization for the event. They're the ones who put it all together. In the email from them, you'll be invited to family dinner. This is separate from Discover Stern, typically happens after the first day of Discover Stern, which lands on a Friday. So you'll basically have Friday dinner with other prospective students and current students of AHBBS. Also, the expenses are not covered by the organization. You do have to come out of pocket for that. So don't think you're about to get a free dinner on Stern. You only get breakfast and lunch. Now I want to talk a little bit about my experience with Discover Stern back in 2015. One thing I really appreciated about the event was that I got a lot of FaceTime with current students and alumni who came back to participate in the event. A lot of them that I spoke to were very relatable. I didn't really find that many people who were interested in social impact, but the people that I did speak to, they gave me they offered to connect me with other current students who were interested in social impact. At the time when I attended Discover Stern 2 years ago, I didn't know that I'd be interested in consulting, and I'm pretty sure a boatload of people that I spoke to were pursuing consulting. But again, I plan on attending this fall, and I will definitely connect with people who are doing consulting. We also got to meet the Dean of Students, Dean Henry. Guy is amazing and very relatable. Definitely a good speaker too. We sat in on a mock class that was taught by Professor Glenn Oken. Hands down, the funniest professor I've met at NYU. Now, there's a whole lot of professors at NYU, and I've only done a handful of class visits before attending Discover Stern and also after, but with my experiences on campus and sitting in on classes, doing mock classes and everything, he's definitely one of the funniest professors that I've come across on that campus. And he's also very knowledgeable in entrepreneurship and management. So if I do end up at NYU, I will definitely be signing up for at least 2 of his classes. Soon after the mock class was over, the current students from AHBBS, they came in and they had a roundtable discussion. They had a select few current students come and sit on the panel, and we were allowed to ask them whatever we wanted, like the rawest questions ever. They talked a lot about the pros and cons of Stern and business school in general. Of course, they highlighted more pros. I mean, come on. At the end of the day, they want us to come to Stern too, if it's the right fit. But yeah, I definitely appreciated their honesty with us and keeping things like totally candid. You could tell that like the answers that they were giving us like weren't scripted. They were very genuine, and they weren't just reading this off of like some like current student handbook to like feed to upcoming prospective students. The most memorable part for me at Discover Stern was the pitch workshop. So we were all broken up into groups and assigned to an alum. I want to say everyone was assigned to an alum. This was 2 years ago, so I'm really trying to like dig deep in my brain. But yeah, we're just gonna go with the fact that we were all assigned to one alum per group. And in my group, all of us delivered our pitches. When it was my turn, I think I went like second or third, because I really don't like to go last, because I feel like there's a lot of pressure after like a whole bunch of good people go, and then it's like I'm like last, and if I bomb it, it's like that's the last thing on people's minds. But anyway, I was super nervous, but I did well. I touched on all the points. I used my handy dandy formula where I talk about what I'm currently doing, what I did in the past, and what my plans are for the future. Touched on all the points that I needed to and delivered my pitch successfully. But of course the alum had some feedback for my pitch, or not my pitch, but my plans for my post MBA, or even while pursuing an MBA. At the time, I was on the fence about part-time and full-time, so during my pitch I just said part-time because I had just started this job, my job at WebMD, about a month or 2 ago, and that I go to business school part-time, continue to work full-time, and while I'm in business school, for however long it takes to complete a part-time, I would work on my nonprofit no more rounds. He looked at me and he straight up told me that I would be killing myself if I tried to do that. Business school is no joke. It's very rigorous. Working full-time is also no joke. It's very rigorous, very time consuming. There are going to be nights where I do not have time to, or don't have the energy to like do homework or work on projects or anything like that. So it would just be a lot on my plate to try to do all 3 of those things at the same time. And I'm honestly thankful for that conversation, because it made me reevaluate my plan for business school. Now I'm strictly on the full-time path. Outside of that, the alum agreed to connect me with a current student who was concentrating on social impact and innovation. And they did follow through. This was like my first time connecting with an alum, so it definitely caught me by surprise that he actually like remembered me when I followed up with him after Discover Stern. But yeah, definitely a great connection there. And he also agreed to read my Forte MBA launch essays, because at the time I was also applying for the Forte MBA launch program. Another highlight for me with Discover Stern was the fact that they have an initiative called Helping Hands, where the current students read one essay for prospective students who are looking to apply to business school that year. This is something I haven't heard other business schools do, but I know current students don't have a problem reading my essays, because I flat out and I just asked them and they have agreed to. But the fact that they have an official initiative where they actually have like a logo and everything definitely stood out to me. So overall with Discover Stern, I had a great experience. I made a lot of great connections with current students, alum, and also prospective students that I've seen at other events and continue to see at events because we're all going through the same journey. Stern also has a lot of great opportunities for social impact and entrepreneurship, and of course that's the highlight of my goals post MBA. So NYU still reigns supreme, still at the top of my list. Now I want to encourage any of my viewers who have recently attended a Discover Stern event or plan to in the future, share your insight on your past Discover Stern experiences. If you attended Discover Stern and you just applied to NYU and you got in, definitely let our viewers know how your whole process went. I'm pretty sure other viewers would love to see that, and honestly I'd love to hear and see about it as well. So in the next episode of #BSB, I'm going to continue on with my school visit segment, and I'm going to talk about my visit to Columbia Business School. In the meantime, like this video, give it a thumbs up if you really liked it, subscribe to my channel, share my channel with anyone you know currently embarking on a journey to business school. Leave any questions or comments in the comment box below if you want to know anything else about my experience at NYU and the Discover Stern Diversity Weekend. Oh, and again, I know I said this earlier, but like my video. It takes nothing to hit that little thumbs up button. Nothing at all. So yeah, till next time. Bye guys.